Hello everyone, and I'm Autobot Sonic, a Telltale Gamer, being latest on everything Transformers, Telltale games, and more. So, it has been quite a while since I've made a video on Transformers EarthSpark, almost a month to the day, actually, since my final review of Season 2A. But, thankfully, I am here to say I am back with another video about Transformers EarthSpark, and it is a very, very huge one. So earlier this week, actually, we got word of a supposedly leaked document internally from Hasbro detailing a lot of information about Transformers as a franchise for the next 5 years. This document was released back in May of 2024, but wasn't leaked publicly until just a few days ago. So even though this document is from May, it was only leaked until just a few days ago as of August 2024. This document details plans for Transformers as a franchise going from 2024 all the way up to 2029, covering tons of different parts of the Transformers franchise, whether it be the Skybound comics, the movies like Transformers 1, the upcoming G.I. Joe crossover movie, and of course, TV shows like Transformers EarthSpark. What I want to talk about here specifically, though, is how this document ties into Transformers EarthSpark, because it reveals a lot as to what is going forward with Transformers EarthSpark and how exactly the series is going to play out over the next few years. So we're excited to learn what is in store for Transformers EarthSpark. Be sure to like, comment, and of course subscribe. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So according to this little PowerPoint presentation that Hasbro created back in May, they have a lot of stuff planned for Transformers. Just some little snippets that I'm like to bring to your attention is that apparently in terms of stuff coming out this year, on top of stuff like Transformers 1 coming out in just about a month from now on September 20th, in terms of video games, we're apparently going to be getting a Minecraft crossover with Transformers later on this year, as well as some stuff with the Simon & Schuster publishing company to get some Simon & Schuster themed Transformers books. But anyway, the most important thing I want to bring up here is in regards to EarthSpark. So of course, as we remember back from June of this year, Transformers EarthSpark Season 2A was released, which of course was the first 10 episodes 1 through 10. Now, for my own channel's sake, I'm not going to be showing the actual slides in this little PowerPoint presentation because I'm afraid I might get a copyright strike or even get my whole channel shut down but I do feel comfortable at the very least talking about this information. So one thing I want to talk about here is in regards to what EarthSpark says, or what this PowerPoint, I should say, says about EarthSpark Season 2. So the first thing it says is about how more episodes are coming, and it shows a little snippet of Witwicky with a render of Optimus in his alt mode with his trailer in battle mode, like as we saw in episode 1 of Season 2 when Robbie and Mo were on with Robbie in the turret battling Skywarp, Nova Storm, and Swindle, and then later on in episode 8 when he and Hashtag were trying to get Optimus trailer clean, and then he turned into battle mode to fight off all the Decepticons trying to ruin the trailer. But right next to this render of Optimus is actually a render of Mirage. And it's not like Rise of the Beast Mirage, it's actually a very G1 inspired Mirage, but a brand new render that we have never ever seen before. Now, I'm hesitant to say that this is what Mirage is going to look like in Transformers EarthSpark, but it definitely is a design for Mirage we have never seen before. And just take my word for it, it just looks very, very G1 inspired. And the fact that we're seeing Mirage here is actually very, very interesting considering another leak in regards to Transformers, but not necessarily EarthSpark, but it is a leak that I want to talk about later on this video. But just keep that in mind that apparently in the next 3 batches of EarthSpark Season 2, Mirage is going to be a main character in them. So I'm excited to see what Mirage brings to Transformers EarthSpark, having been a big fan of him in the G1, the IW comics, and Rise of the Beast especially. Another thing I want to bring to mind is right after that, where the final slide of this little PowerPoint presentation is in regards to what is going to be changing in EarthSpark Season 2, where apparently the themes of Season 2 are there are going to be a bunch of new locations, the stakes will be far higher than they were in Season 1, and they'll be reinforcing the brand purpose of EarthSpark, which is essentially how EarthSpark is about these newborn Transformers, the Terrans, learning their place in a world amongst Autobots and Decepticons. So, and that's sort of what we saw in Season 2, where now, considering the Terrans have found their identity in Season 1, though, they're still kind of figuring themselves out, even though they do know where they are. It's kind of like how I'm sure a lot of older teenagers, even young adults, struggle with nowadays. The one thing I want to point out here is the part where it says new locations are going to be put in EarthSpark. So, on this little slide, well, I can't show you what is actually on this slide, For the new location section, it shows a screenshot from episode 1 of season 1 of EarthSpark, where Alex was telling Robbie and Mo about the history of the Transformers, and it showed G1 Cybertron. So is this implying that Cybertron is going to be a location later on in season 2? Because as we saw in the first 10 episodes of season 2, we didn't really get any new locations in season 2. The only really new ones were the Quintesson ruins that Mo and Thrash explored in episode 2, and then later Mo and Hashtag in episodes 9 and 10. We got the body of Terratronus, which was shown a lot in episode 10, and I guess you could argue the Witwicky Fair that Fairmeister was at in episode 4, and a few other minor locations. But other than that, really, EarthSpark didn't really feature any new locations. So is this implying that we'll be going to Cybertron or at least other parts of Earth in the rest of season 2 of EarthSpark? I certainly hope so, because this would fix a huge problem I had with the first batch of season 2 of EarthSpark, was in the fact that we didn't see really the Maltos go anywhere outside of Witwicky. Like in episode 9, for instance, when Nightshade is telling all their family how they managed to recover all of the Emberstone shards out around the world that don't belong to Starscream and Decepticons already, we didn't actually see them gather any of those Ember shards around the world. The only shards we saw them get were ones inside of Witwicky, and I would love to see them go around the world collecting these Ember shards. So why didn't we? Is that what we're going to be seeing in the rest of season 2? I don't know, but hopefully we see more locations, more besides just the grand scope of Witwicky. I want to see them go to like a desert, or an Arctic region, or a jungle. Just something different, please. Like, even Prime did this, where you had the ground bridge where all the Autobots and the rest of Team Prime were going to different parts of the world. Sure, the main part of the show was stationed in Jasper, Nevada, but they eventually went to like places like the Arctic, or the desert, or Cybertron, or a random place on the Nemesis. It's just, please, give us somewhere other than Witwicky, I beg you. So now let's get into the real meat and potatoes of this little document, and that is this huge 5-year roadmap that Hasbro has planned out for Transformers as a franchise. So there is a ton of stuff here, ranging from stuff for the movies, such as Transformers 1 coming out in just a month from now, and this year, and then in 2026 we're getting the Transformers vs. G.I. Joe crossover movie, and even then stuff in video games, like later this year we're getting that Transformers Galactic Trials kids racing game, and apparently a crossover with Minecraft, of all games, and tons of other stuff. But the things I want to focus on here are the TV portion, which is where we talk about EarthSpark. So, as we saw already, in 2024 we got Season 2A of EarthSpark, which is episodes 1 through 10. We got that back in June. And then apparently, according to this roadmap, later on this year, we're going to be getting Season 2B, which is probably going to be episodes 11 through 18, just like how last year we got episodes 11 through 18 of Season 1 back in, like, March of 2023. So, based on that logic, considering, according to this document, we're getting the next batch of EarthSpark Season 2 later this year, I sort of expected this to happen. I didn't think we were going to have to wait till 2025 for Season 2B. So with that, I feel like we're going to get Season 2B of EarthSpark probably around late September to early October, I think. And that's what we'll be getting episodes episodes 11 through 18, I should say. But then we move on to 2025, where we see that EarthSpark will be getting the final batch of Season 2, Season 2C, which will probably be episodes 19 through 26. And I will say this, yes, this unfortunately does confirm that Transformers EarthSpark will only be 2 seasons long. So a lot of people were saying that, oh, is Transformers EarthSpark going to be canceled with Season 2? Is Season 2 the final season? According to this document, unfortunately, yes. Transformers EarthSpark will be ending with Season 2. But before y'all go and say, oh, well, Transformers EarthSpark didn't get a chance to shine, like, it was cut too short. I agree that it could have had a little bit more, but think about it this way. Assuming Transformers EarthSpark Season 2 has 26 episodes just like Season 1 did, that means EarthSpark as a total will have had 52 episodes. And if we think back to other Transformers shows, Transformers Prime had 65 episodes, which was 2 26-episode seasons for Seasons 1 and 2, and then a 13-episode third season. For animated, that had 3 seasons, but it only had 42 episodes in those 3 seasons. So EarthSpark will end up having 10 more episodes than animated. So I think that's still pretty impressive in its own right, that EarthSpark had at least managed to get 52 episodes in its whole life cycle. But considering this, that Transformers EarthSpark's final batch of Season 2 with episodes 19 through 26 presumably will be coming out in 2025, I want to say that will probably be around, let's go ahead and say late February to early mid-March 2025. And then we got something, though, really, really exciting. So, I might have fibbed when I said that EarthSpark will be ending with Season 2C in 2025. Apparently, EarthSpark is actually going to be going until 2026. And the reason why we know this is because according to this roadmap, on 2026, we actually have a thing for EarthSpark Season 2D. So we're going to be getting a 4th batch of episodes all the way in 2026. So you're wondering, but Sonic, is this going to be then a 34 episode long season then? Are we going to have 34 episodes in Season 2 instead of 26? Maybe, but I think it might be a little bit different. And the way we can tell this is through another document talking about Transformers plans for 2025 and early 2026. So as we see here in this little thing, which I can't really show, but I'm trying my best to convey to you verbally, in the first quarter of 2025, which is again between January and March, we'll be getting Season 2C of EarthSpark. But then, in the third quarter of 2025, so that's probably going to be anywhere between July and September, we will be getting actually a brand new Transformers show called Transformers Cyberworld. Now, fun fact, this Cyberworld show has been leaked for quite a few months now. About a month before EarthSpark Season 2 actually came out, rumors were circulating that a new Transformers show was in development that was going to be a successor to Transformers EarthSpark and would replace it as the main Transformers show. So apparently, this Transformers Cyberworld is actually going to be EarthSpark's successor in that regards. But it will be starting a bit before the final episodes of EarthSpark come out in late 2025, before EarthSpark Season 2D comes out in presumably early 2026. But here's the interesting thing. Not only do we have the title of this new Transformers show being Transformers Cyberworld, but we also have a few of the main characters supposedly leaked for Transformers Cyberworld, according to toy listings that have got leaked. Similarly to how Aftermath and Spitfire were leaked several months in advance before they were announced properly for EarthSpark Season 2. So going into the supposed main cast of Transformers Cyberworld, they will include characters like Galvatron, Scorponok, Grimlock, Skybite, and surprisingly, Mirage as the main character of Transformers Cyberworld. So, here's an interesting thing. Remember earlier when I said that Mirage is going to be apparently a main character in the rest of EarthSpark Season 2? So, what is that saying when Mirage is also going to be the main character of Transformers Cyberworld? Does this mean Transformers Cyberworld might very well be a sequel to Transformers EarthSpark in the same way that perhaps RID-15 could be considered a sequel to Prime? Perhaps, but here's another thing that is pretty interesting about Transformers Cyberworld. So, while according to this document by Hasbro, Transformers Cyberworld is supposed to be premiering in late 2025, apparently we're going to be getting more Cyberworlds in early 2026 alongside Season 2D of Transformers EarthSpark. But in this slide with EarthSpark Season 2D, it doesn't refer to it as Season 2D, it refers to it instead as Season 2 Specials. So, why do they call it Season 2 Specials? To me, this sounds very, very similar actually to the Cyberverse specials we got that sort of wrapped up as a grand finale of Cyberverse. You don't remember that, Transformers Cyberverse ran for about 2 years from 2018 to 2020 over the course of 3 seasons. The final season, Season 3, ended in late 2020, but then in late 2021, a year later, we got 2 45-minute specials that were technically considered Season 4 of Cyberverse. These were 2 45-minute episodes that sort of bring Cyberverse to a close. With Episode 1, The Immobilizers, being about Grimlock working with the Dinobots to stop the mercenary Transformers from freezing Cybertron. And the true finale was Episode 2, The Perfect Decepticon, which involved Tarn trying to take over Megatron X's army to kill off all the Autobots on Cybertron. So what if that's what's happening here with Transformers EarthSpark? What if Season 2D is actually going to be 2 finale movies of sorts that bring EarthSpark to a close? What if Season 2 actually ends with Season 2C in early 2025, but then a year later in early 2026, we're going to be getting these 2 finale movies that truly bring EarthSpark to a close. Maybe they're about 45 minutes to an hour long, so that's pretty much 2 to 3 EarthSpark episodes smashed together twice, so we can have an extra up to 6 or 4 episodes of EarthSpark, depending on how long these specials are going to be. So that could bring us up to a whopping almost 58 to 54 episodes of EarthSpark in total. And considering Cyberworld is going to be getting more episodes alongside EarthSpark, that really lets me to believe that perhaps maybe Cyberworld is truly going to be a sequel to EarthSpark in the same vein that RID 15 was a sequel to Prime. I am no idea what is going to happen, but I am really excited to see. Even if Cyberworld ends up just being its own thing with no relation to EarthSpark whatsoever, I am for sure going to cover it because, of course, I loved reviewing EarthSpark and Cyberverse, so I'm excited to review Cyberworld as well. And so that is everything I have to say about Transformers EarthSpark through this leaked document with Hasbro, from stuff like Mirage being supposedly a main character in the rest of Season 2, to the fact that EarthSpark truly apparently may be ending with Season 2, but it actually won't be ending until early 2026. We'll be getting a full 26-episode second season, plus 2 special episodes that may well be a full movie-length episodes to wrap it up, as well as a brand new sequel series called Cyberworld, which may follow up on the story of EarthSpark. So I hope you guys are excited as I am for these 2 special episodes of EarthSpark, as well as the remainder of Season 2 that will be coming out throughout the rest of this year, as well as early 2025. I'll be gone for a few weeks after this video is posted because I'm actually going to be going away to hang out with my boyfriend for a bit on vacation. So I hope you guys are all excited. If you want to keep up with me, be sure to follow me on Twitter, where I'll be posting probably some stuff about my trip there. If you're excited as I am for the rest of Transformers EarthSpark Season 2, potentially Transformers Cyberworld, be sure to like, comment, and of course subscribe, and I will see you guys later.